Hello and welcome back to Chatty TV Junkie. Today is Tuesday, December 5th, 2023. It's in the evening and I'm just finishing up my work, so that's why this is coming out a little late. But I've been scouring the internet because this Golden Bachelor topic is still a hot topic. And there are more articles and things that have been coming out since the finale was released live on ABC. Now we know that Gary Turner and his lovely fiancée Teresa will be getting married live. Is it live? I don't know if it's live or taped, but it's going to be on ABC on January 4th. And they're getting it fully paid for and everything, so that's great. So a few things that I found out about the couple. Apparently, according to Gary, they are going to be moving to Charleston, South Carolina. Apparently, he's been thinking about moving there for quite a long time, and it turns out that she has children that live not far from Charleston. So they have decided that they are going to go house hunting in Charleston. So she will be moving from New Jersey, he'll be moving from Indiana, and that is where they're going to settle and start their lives together. Now, for the little bit of controversy. Let's start out with the Chatty podcast. So this is on Yahoo that I found it on, but apparently it originally, the article was originally on Country Living, but if you Google Gary Turner response to rumors about his previous relationships, that it actually starts out with yikes. But so he was asked about the information that the Hollywood Reporter released with this woman who came forward, and they didn't give her name, saying that she had had a relationship with him and that she actually lived in the same house with him. It was 2017, and he allegedly said to her right before a reunion that he was going to go to, that he invited her to, that she had gained 10 pounds and he didn't want her to go anymore. And that was the beginning. That was it. That was a breakup and all that. He's not even responding to that information at all. And it's very interesting what was said here in the article. So Katie asked him about that article, and he said, quote, "I guess I would say this. I dated a number of women, so then it becomes an issue of how you define if you're in a relationship or not. I guess, like any guy, I had a number of dates and it was just one or two." Well, if what this woman is saying is true, that wasn't a date. It was a very long date because allegedly she lived in the house, according to this lady. So he's not answering the question. And I don't understand why. I mean, wouldn't it be better if he actually just came clean and said, yeah, but things just didn't work out, and maybe didn't exactly say everything that happened? Or is ABC saying they don't want him to say anything? Is he under contract? And is he like gag ordered? I don't know. Can they do that in the contract? That's a rhetorical question I don't know the answer to. I don't know. I just think it will make him look better if he actually addressed the situation rather than lying allegedly again. So it's just, the whole thing is just really strange. So he added, when he was talking to Katie Couric, it, quote, "It really didn't," when asked about the long-term relationship that lasted a couple of years, and said, quote, "I want to focus on what's going on now." So again, he just skirted over the issue completely and didn't want to talk about it. So I guess we'll just all have to, pick sides and decide who's lying and who's not lying. However, there's another article that came out. Apparently, Leslie, the one who came in second, she went on a podcast. Did you guys remember Joe and Serena, who met on the beach at Bachelor in Paradise? They're now married. Cute couple. They always called him, he's from Chicago, and they called him Grocery Joe because he worked in a grocery family business. So they have a podcast, and they had Leslie on. And so they were talking to her about what happened, and she said that he lied to her, again, lying is the theme again, that he lied to her in the fantasy suite. According to Leslie, this is what she said on the podcast that he said to her in the fantasy suite at the beginning. Okay, she said, quote, he made plans with me for the future. He said kind of like, save the date. This is what we're going to do. I can't wait for us. In 2 more days, we'll be done with this and we'll be together and start our life. And they asked her, did he say, marry me? And she said, no, but he did almost everything but that to make her think that she was definitely the one. And I would agree with that. I mean, if you're if you're one-on-one, cameras are out and he's telling you all of these things, and then the next day he goes on this date and he completely changes his mind. And like she said in the finale, you didn't even change your mind in a day. You changed your mind in 12 hours. So what happened from the time that we were in the fantasy suites till 12 hours later when you had a date with Teresa? What happened? You were all about me, and then like, oh yeah, sorry. It's just strange. And that is why people are assuming that he's in this for a little bit more. Also, there's a little bit of controversy going on Instagram because he posted a picture of himself and Neil Lane with his arm around him going, this is my new best friend, my BFF, Neil Lane. He's not your BFF. You probably met the guy once when you picked out a ring. Again, there's a lot of controversy still going on out there, and I don't think it's going to end. I mean, I think we're still going to see different articles and hear from Leslie and, so I don't know. She apparently could say what happened in the fantasy suite because she spoke about it on a podcast. So it's very, very interesting. All right, real quick, I'm going to go over Sister Wives. There's one more part left where we'll get to meet Christine's new husband. I believe she was engaged to him at the time, but has since actually gotten married. One of the things that was really heartbreaking, though, is that apparently, according to what Mary said, she had finally had to come clean with it because Christine told the story, and she was really mad that Christine told her story before she got to tell it. But before they were on TV, Cody took the wedding ring that Mary had given him and he melted it down. Because she said, oh, where's the ring I gave you? You're not wearing it. And he goes, oh yeah, I melted it down. And he saved the gold and he saved the diamonds. And she goes, well, if you didn't want it, I would have wanted it back. And she goes, that's a symbol of our relationship. And he melted it. So this happened before the catfishing incident. If you remember a few years ago in the series, she went online to try to find a partner or a friendship because, her sister wives were distancing themselves from her. Her husband is distancing himself from her. She ended up having to divorce her husband legally in order for him to marry Robin, the one that he's saying that he truly does love, so that he could adopt her children. So all this happened, and she went online, and unfortunately, she got catfished, which is really sad. But that all happened before all of this, right after, after the ring had been melted down. So it makes sense why she did what she did. It's sad that she was catfished, but it's understandable. And now she is just ready to move on. I think all of them, except Robin, are ready to move on. It's going to be interesting to see where the show goes next, or can it go on with one woman and one man, or we can just do the aftermath of polygamy marriage. I don't know, but there is another episode next week, so we can look forward to that next Sunday. Okay, well, that's all I've got for you for tonight. Thank you, by the way, to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. It is actually growing faster than my other channel. I mean, my other channel has way more viewers and subscribers, but I've been doing it for a really long time. So I'm very thankful that you guys are enjoying my content. So please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when I upload, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye.